Oh my goodness, I can deeply resonate with feeling like you're not at home within your own body, within your own mind, feeling like you're a foreigner in your life, feeling like you are carrying so much heaviness with you no matter where you're going, no matter how much you do. You're like, man, like, why am I continuing on this path? I don't even want to be here. I do not even want um, to live this life. This is not me. And even when you go and look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, who is this person? I don't even recognize myself. Who are these people I've been hanging out with? I don't even resonate with the conversations anymore. And every time I try to drop the mask and actually show who I really am, I feel judged, I feel misunderstood, I feel rejected, I feel not safe. I know this very well. So what is happening is that you're awakening to your soul's evolution. And usually when that is happening, you become more aware of your past self in real time. You're aware of what you're evolving away from. So it's almost like you're creating resistance for your dream self because you're catching up to your dream self. So I know you right now, you have this deep desire to feel at home no matter what's going on outside of you, no matter what's going on within you. You don't want to feel overwhelmed with what's going on within you. You don't want to carry everything that's going on within you by yourself. And when you've been conditioned through painful life experiences and you haven't really come full circle in that heaviness is actually leading you or prompting you to come full circle to realize like, hey, you have internalized pain that actually wasn't meant to be held onto for this long. It was only meant to be felt and to be experienced and to be let go, but you held on to it and created an identity according to it. And most of the pain wasn't even yours. It's because you're an empath, you're sensitive to other people, you're very sensitive to other people's energies, and you took it in. You didn't know how to create boundaries, energetic boundaries, which is something I teach you on in the academy. Energetic boundaries so that you can know what energy is yours and what isn't. And it starts with really identifying what identities of your parents are you taking in as your own, because this is where the disconnect with your soul begins. Yes, your parents came here to teach you to pass down the conditioning from your bloodline, because they are gifts and also curses from the bloodline. You came here to transmute the curses into gold. This is what mental alchemy is all about. So it's all about leaning into the gifts of your bloodline and also acknowledging what is not resonating, what is not aligning with being at home within yourself right here, right now. So it's not about escaping, creating a lifestyle where you're continuously escaping from your current reality, from your past, from whatever is true right now in your inner world. It's creating a lifestyle that supports you transmuting and integrating everything that is life within you so that you can actually catch up to your dream self right now, right here. Because everything is happening now. You are the portal, you are the door, you are the way, right? You are the the miracle. It's happening right now, but we do not understand that because we've been programmed to think a certain way. Well, how I'm communicating to you right now is through the quantum knowledge. I'm speaking to your quantum body. Everybody has a quantum body. No one's special, okay? We all have access to this. It's a matter of where you're investing your energy in any space and time, and what is important to you and what isn't important to you based on where your soul is leading you towards. And you also have free will on where you want to lead your life. So when you're feeling very uncomfortable in your body, you're feeling like you're imprisoned by your mind, by your body, don't make those feelings wrong. It's just information. Surrender to it. It's just that you're realizing that the old self of you, the way you used to connect to your body and to your mind, is dying. And that space that you're awakening to is now space where your soul will start taking over. So now what's happening, why you're finding yourself resisting a lot, why you're finding yourself trying to fix, trying to resist what's going on, because you're in the unknown, right? You're realizing there's this gap. You're in the unknown and you don't know what to do. You've never been here before. And this is where the magic happens. So what you do next is very important. So in that gap, you really want to surrender and just listen to your emotions, experience your emotions. Don't attach to them so that you become identified by them, right? You want to surrender and experience them because you want to process, you want to gain the wisdom from the emotions. You're not doing it so that you can just go back to the positive emotions. No, you're allowing the alchemy, the transformation to happen through the emotional body. I talk about the 4 bodies. You can watch some of my videos. I believe it was on the quantum body, where I dive deeper into that. I created an AI video for you. So you really want to really pay attention to your emotional body. Like, what is it communicating to you? And you're not going to intellectualize your emotions. You're going to feel them, right? You're going to feel them. And you want to pay attention to where in your body the emotion is moving through, because you want to bring presence back to your body. So you're not seeing your body as an object to get things. You're not seeing your body as a thing that needs to look a certain way so you can fit into society, so that you meet the beauty standards of other people, right? You're now seeing your body as a vessel of love, as a vessel of divinity, as a vessel of the chalice that holds your divinity. Your divinity is trickling in, and you're experiencing that through your emotional body. So you're actually creating space for your soul to actually now come in and take over, instead of your conditioned mind taking over, which was where you were living from. And there was a role for that. You learned the lessons, and now you've graduated. So now you're awakening to the second phase, to the next level, right? And of course, when you're getting into a new level, when you're learning a new skill, it's really uncomfortable. And this is why it's very crucial that what you do next is either gonna make your life easier or harder. So the first step is to identify who is not pouring into you. Whatever they're saying, whatever they're doing. There's a difference in people pouring into you from a place of tough love, and versus people who are pouring into you, into your lower self, into the parts that you're working to evolve past, right? These aspects of yourself that are keeping you heavier, the negative habits that you're doing that are not really creating lightness and are not really nourishing your body, are not really nourishing your mind, they're not nourishing your well-being. Those people who pour into that, you gotta let them go, right? So it begins by letting go of identifying yourself with these habits. Really identifying like what is motivating you to take on these habits. What is motivating you to numb and escape your present reality? What is the fear? What is the feeling? What is the shame? Where is it coming from? Find the source, find the roots, because that's where the answer is. And that's where we want to go to the root, so we can actually transmute everything. So that once you transmute everything from the root, you can now start planting new seeds, the seeds that your soul wants to plant right here, right now, and you're creating space for. So to fully belong without betraying your truth, you really want to hold space for this, your most authentic self, not making your most authentic self wrong, being the safest safe space for your most authentic self, right? So no matter, even if your parents tell you that they reject and they make you feel reject, they don't accept and create a safe space for your most authentic self. Even your most favorite people, they don't create that safe space. It doesn't matter really, because it's your job, it's your role. And then you get to decide whether you want to walk away. You get to identify what is the deal breaker for hanging out with these people. I can't tell you that. You know yourself best, right? So when you're very hyper aware of everything negative that's going wrong, everything negative with you, is because you're outgrowing this conditioning. You're outgrowing who you had to be to survive, who you had to be to become. And now you're evolving and integrating this into this divine embodiment, the person you came here to lead from. To lead from. Because right now, you're evolving from this ego leadership to soul leadership. It's so different, right? I did a really short video live called From Self-Conscious to Soul-Led. Soul conscious, right? Self-conscious to soul conscious. That is the shift you want to do, and the video will show you how to do that. So you really want to be honest with what is yours and what isn't, so that now you know where to find your footing. You know what is true and what seeds to water, so that now as you're watering and you're investing your energy into a new mindset, a new way of perceiving yourself, a new way to perceive yourself through others, a new way to relate to life, to relate to your body, to relate to your mind, a new way to relate to your career, a new way to relate to your purpose. It is grounded in truth, because you're embodying your truth. It turns you on. It's something that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to wake up tomorrow and do this. It's so exciting, right? And it could be as simple as riding your bike. It could be as simple as quitting your job, or your corporate job, to go and drive a bus. Because your happiness, you can't put a price on your happiness, right? Because from happiness, from full radiance and from full joy, you attract all the riches and abundance. Because it's all about resonance. So if your environment is taking away from you, you really want to ask yourself, like, what is the price? What is the deal breaker for me? Because when you're sourcing your sense of security from outside of you, you're not self-actualized. You're not embodying your sovereignty. You're not creating your life from your God-given throne. And I know that shift from sourcing power and sense of security from outside of you to inside of you, it's scary. And that's why I know, like, you're so brave for you to be clicking this video, because it's the scary transformation is what actually makes you very powerful, because you're realizing that it's just fear. That fear is awakening your inner giant. It's you awakening to your power. It's you awakening to, like, oh my gosh, I'm this powerful. So the fear has been framed from conditioning, because other people project their fears, other people project their limiting beliefs, other people project their the worst experiences, their traumas. So you really want to have discernment, to really come back into your body, into your gut, and make decisions from thinking logically from your gut, not from other people's guts. No, from your own gut. From your own gut, because your gut will tell you who to listen to and who not to listen to. Just like how you listened to your gut and clicked on this video, right? So you want to really pay attention to your inner authority. Your inner authority is always in alignment with your soul, is always in alignment with your God-given throne, is always in alignment with your divinity. It never leads you astray. It's when you're leading your life from your conditioned mind, right? Because it's like, and you're focusing on everything negative, you're anticipating the worst case scenario, you're creating from a negative emotional body, right? Like, you're tense, you're not relaxed, you're not enjoying life in the present moment, because you lead first. You choose what you want to experience now first. But when you're creating stories why you can't experience that first, you're choosing to disconnect from that power. Because yes, the power is in what you're choosing. It's in what you're choosing. So now you're awakening from, hey, oh, I'm a victim. Life happens to me. I can't change anything. Now you're realizing, like, actually, I'm sick and tired of this rhetoric. I want to take control of my life. You've mastered, you've graduated from that level. Now you're like, okay, what do I get to do to become a victor of my life, to work with the word of God. There has to be a bigger picture from here. This can't be all it. Like, what am I missing? How should I perceive it differently so that I capture what I need to capture, right? Where do I need to listen differently, from my left ear, shift from my left ear to my right ear? You know what I mean? I'm just talking rhetorically, but you understand. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. It's all about stepping back from the story, the inner talk, and really ask yourself, like, is this what I really want to create and live through? Where is this coming from? Where are the roots, right? Because projecting stories about yourself and about what other people think about you is just going to create more isolation, and it's going to make you feel like more misunderstood, and holding on to the wrong relationships too, because yeah, that's a tough one. So when you hold space for all parts of you that others don't understand, other people have rejected, other people don't like, when you hold safe space for that, you actually are calling in the people who love and adore all these parts of you, the wholeness of you, who are not going to love you based on their own projections. They're gonna love you because you're just a radiant soul. They're part of your soul signature. They get you. You don't have to explain your existence. You don't have to be something that you're not. You're just existing. You're too busy existing, and they're too busy existing, and you guys are just vibing, right? And you realize, like, this pretense and this mask of needing to be somebody, and not being available for spontaneous meetings with strangers, because strangers often give you the best gift. I'm not saying that just go and talk to anybody and put your safety in the trash. No, I'm saying be more open to life. Instead of living within the routine of your life, you want to break that routine and stay open to life, open to the spontaneity of life, to the randomness of life, to the magic of life, and be so present, because this is where the magic does happen. And once you master this is how you become, you master your quantum body, your multidimensionality. So when you surrender to the flow of life, and instead of resisting how life is flowing and not making what's coming up wrong, you actually now start flowering from your core instead of from your ego, from your conditioned self. So essentially, you want to sit with the discomfort, with the darkness, and create safety for it, and make this your purpose. Make recentering your energy your purpose, and make listening to your gut, to your soul, for what to do next be your purpose. Don't focus on like what to do in the future. No, that becomes clearer when you really identify what pours into you right now. You want to prioritize your well-being, you want to pour into you. What helps you become more at ease? What helps you to become more secure within yourself? What helps you to feel more calm, more grateful, more joyful, more radiant? You really want to lean in more into that, because once you do that, it becomes easier for you to have that intimacy that you really want, which is, you want intimacy with the divine, you want intimacy with the supernatural, with more, right? Like right now it's raining. I could have never orchestrated rain. It just happened, and I get to enjoy the first drops of rain, right? Being so in tune with the present moment and not making it wrong, feeling the drops of rain on my skin, and like, oh, so good, so yummy, so delicious, right? The richness, the freedom you're really looking for is in these small moments. These are the moments you're looking for. It's not in a career, it's not in a relationship, it's not in your projected idea of who you're supposed to be or you should have been. It's in who you're being, who you're choosing to be right here, right now. So once you master this, once you master how to pivot from your conditioned mind, from your conditioned self, from your false self, right? Your false self is created from your conditioned mind, from your conditioning. Once you know how to pivot from that, from your not self to your divine embodiment, to your grounded embodiment, you start becoming energetically free. All that emotional heaviness, that entanglement that you're experiencing, it untangles naturally, right? So it's like your, imagine a yarn. Have you seen yarn that's like all frizzled up and it's not in a nice, neat, it's tangled up and then you wound it up together. That's what you're doing when you're choosing your soul in each moment. You're winding it back into a nice ball, and that is what will help you create that home frequency, that feeling of belonging, because you belong to you. You're choosing you in every moment, right? You're not making who you're being wrong. You're using who you're being as information like, oh, am I creating from my conditioned self or am I creating from my soul self? Right? So I hope this resonates. Please let me know what resonated the most with you in the comments section. I always love to connect with you. Join us in our free Facebook group. We have more resources that goes deeper into this. Or if you want more in-depth support, you can find more information in the currently enrolling link in the description box below. Otherwise, see you on the other side.